Hello guys, welcome to another YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about Chelsea's 1-0 draw against Burnley. Overall, I wasn't too happy with the result as we dropped 2 points, and it was a game I felt that we should have won, and also I expected us to win that game. So the different things I'm going to talk about is the performance of Chelsea, what the result meant, how our other results went, such as Liverpool and Manchester United, and last of all, an update based on our performance in the UEFA Champions League. As you can remember from last year, we are champions of Europe. We know what we are. Champions of Europe. We know what we are. So, overall, Chelsea's performance against Burnley last week was relatively wasteful. We had created a lot of chances, but unfortunately, we failed to put them away, and I found that very frustrating. As had we scored another chance or two, we would have won the game. And I remember the first goal came from Kai Havertz, and the second goal came from a Burnley player who's called Vidra. And before the goal, I remember there were a few chances that Chelsea had created, and there was another big moment in the game, other than the goal, where Kai Havertz ended up getting pushed into the crowd, which was quite hurtful, I'd say, especially for him, and some of the fans had to take him out of the crowd and put him back on the pitch. And then just before half time, he opens the scoring in the game and makes it 1-0 Chelsea with a banging header, and therefore we went into half time winning 1-0, and it looked like we were in control of the game. Then in the second half, we had created a few chances as well, including one where Thiago Silva headed the ball, but unfortunately it hit off the post and it went wide. So unfortunately that ball didn't go in. We also had a few corners as well, but nothing much really came from the corner. And Kai Havertz had a chance to make it 2-0, but his shot went over the bar, unfortunately, and then instead 1-0. Instead 1-0, should I say. And then towards the end of the second half, with 10 minutes to go, Burnley ended up equalising with a shot from Vidra. It looked as though we had switched off towards the end of the game, and we let Burnley get into the game and create chances. And then once they created their chances, then they ended up scoring and made the game 1-1. And I wasn't too happy with that then, as we had dropped through 2 points. It was a disappointing result from Chelsea, as we had failed to pick up all 3 points. And if we are going to win the league this year, we can't afford to be dropping points like this, or even get top 4. But I'm about 70 to 80% sure we will qualify for the Champions League. I think that's a given because we're already top of the league and we're on hot form. But I hope that we can bounce back against Leicester City in our next Premier League game after this international break, and we give a performance against them. I remember when we played them last season though, they had beaten us in the FA Cup final. And also as well, had we won that game, then we would have been 5 points clear. But don't get me wrong, as I had said to you that I would speak to you about results that went in our favour. One of these results includes Liverpool's 3-2 loss against West Ham. It was a great result from West Ham, and they're looking a bit of a threat at the minute. They may even get Champions League football, And for them to get Champions League football is a great achievement for them. On the other hand, Man City ended up beating Manchester United 2-0. It's kind of expected because Man United are going through a bad run of form at the minute, and Man City are doing pretty well. Man City are probably a bit more of a threat to us for winning the Premier League than Liverpool, but kind of beware of both of them if you get what I'm saying. And don't forget that they actually beat us 1-0 earlier this season from a winning goal from Gabriel Jesus. But at least from a positive note that we maintain a 3 point lead at the top of the table, which means that assuming that our other competitors win next week and we draw, we will still be a point clear at the top of the table. But that's all I'm going to say about that result. I'm going to move on to an update with the Champions League. And Chelsea had won 1-0 against Malmo in the Champions League a week and a half ago. And Hakim Ziyech scored the winning goal. And that means we have 9 points at the minute in the Champions League and Juventus have 12. For us to get through, all we need is a draw against Juventus, and that will send us to the last 16. However, if we are going to top our group, we'd need to look at beating Juventus by more than one goal and winning our last game, because assume that Juventus win their last game and after we win our next two games, then it will go down to head, as both of us will be level on points. And I think it will be important for us to top our group, as it will reduce the chance of us getting a really strong team. But we could still get one by finishing top as well. But like, the odds are in our favour, and then therefore we would have a better chance of progressing to the quarterfinals by topping our group. But our main focus now in the coming week will be against Leicester, and it will be important for us to get a win. I'll be back to you then after that game to talk to you about the results that we have against Leicester in a week's time, and what I think about the result and our overall performance. So to wrap up, basically, I'm not happy with Chelsea's result last week. I expected us to win, and thanks very much for watching this video, and please give a thumbs up and subscribe, and maybe if you want to leave a comment. Thank you again, and I'll see you soon.